Good day everyone, I am Nathaniel D. into BS NAMI 1B. Today I'll be tackling RA 6969. So what is RA 6969? RA 6969 stands for the Toxic Substances and Hazardous and Nuclear Waste Control Act of 1990. It is an act to control the toxic substances and hazardous nuclear waste, providing penalties for violations thereof and for other purposes. Also, in Section 1, its title, this short title, is also known as the Toxic Substance and Hazardous and Nuclear Waste Control Act of 1990. So, this act was made in 1990. So, its objectives. So, the first one is to keep an inventory of chemicals that are presently being imported, manufactured, or used, indicating, among others, their existing and possible uses. Test data, names of firms manufacturing or using them, and such other information as may be considered relevant to the protection of the health and the environment. So the next, to monitor and regulate the importation, manufacture, processing, handling, storage, transportation, sale, distribution, and use and disposal of chemical substances and mixtures that present unreasonable risk or injury to health, to the environment in accordance with the national policies and international commitments. So next, to inform and educate the populace regarding the hazards and risks attendant to the manufacture, handler, storage, transportation, processing, distribution, and the use and disposal of toxic chemicals and other substances and mixtures. And lastly, to prevent the entry, even in transit, as well as the keeping or storage and disposal of hazardous and nuclear waste into our country for whatever purposes. So these are the things that we need to control and regulate. So this is the toxics and hazards and the nuclear waste. So these are the things, they are very dangerous to the environment, so we need to properly dispose of them and transport them to avoid catastrophic catastrophic situations occurring in the environment. So, if we violate this law, there will be administrative fines. The Secretary of the Environment and Natural Resources is hereby authorized to impose a fine of not less than 10,000 pesos but not more than 50,000 pesos upon any person or entity found out guilty thereof. The administrative fines imposed and collected by the Department of Environment and the Natural Resources shall be accrued to a special fund to be administered by the department exclusively for the projects and research activities of relative substances. So, if these fines will be not met, you can face 12 years, 10 to 12 years, and 1 day in jail. So, that's it. That's all you have to know about RA 6969. It is also called the Toxic Substances and Hazardous and Nuclear Waste Control Act of 1990. So, that's it. Thank you for listening.